Oh, I already asked that.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay. Tell us.
My job is to keep the gears turning, though I have no idea where the axles are. So the gears are strewn all over the countryside, hidden amongst the weeds. Fortunately, nobody depends on this machine. It's been in a state of disrepair so long that folks have forgotten it even existed. Though every time I go to the office to pick up my paycheck, I am afraid that some nervous bean counter will ask of me, what is it that you exactly do around here? What exactly do you do around here? Well, my job is to keep the gears turning, though I have no idea where the axles are. Thank you.
That was cute, man. I like that.
Man, excellent.
What exactly do you do?
There's a wistful hopelessness about it.
Still trying to find
That was one of your shorter songs too, Kenny. I was waiting for another verse or two. I was going to grab my guitar and pick it up with you.
Oh, this next one's even shorter. I'm saving the longer ones for tomorrow.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
all right.
The 3-minute songs. Do the 2 or 1 minute songs tonight.
Well.
What if your family was lost and you couldn't remember their names, nor what they look like, and for that matter, you can't recall exactly how they came to be related to you. But nonetheless, your job now is to find them. How could you possibly start? Maybe by asking the person who told you to find them, ask them why. Just to make sure it wasn't a case of easier said than done.
Bravo,
Nice.
bravo, bravo.
Thank you.
I like it. That was great.
I think you could make some money here, Kenny.
Are you going to play those tomorrow?
No.
Therapeutic songs on video, you know.
Oh, thank you.
Your cartoons are pretty therapeutic, but
Yeah, I'm gonna do songs I've never performed publicly before
tomorrow. Oh, great.
tomorrow.
All right.
Cool.
Can't wait.
Best of luck.
Well, I was going to do that too, but do you consider this publicly?
Oh yeah, because it goes on the web.
Oh,
Eventually.
well, that spoils my plans. Okay. All right. Thanks, Kenny. Margery, how you doing tonight?
All right, yeah. So this song, as you may guess, eventually is called Keep Your Head Up. Can you hear? Okay. Well, keep your head up, hold your back real straight, and walk with pride, knowing that you've tried and tried again. Keep your head up, treat others with respect, give yourself time to reflect and notice all the flowers round the bend. Keep your head up, rub your daughter's belly next, scratch the ears of your dear cat and call a friend that you are grateful for. Keep your head up, life's short, but try to find a way to cheer and to be kind, and maybe that will even open doors. Keep your head up, that's the wisdom I have got. Just grow tomatoes in deep pots and concentrate on tasting all your food. Keep your head up, do stretching every day and hope that you can find a way to have much luck in all you try to do. Keep your head up, oh keep your head up, your back real straight and walk with pride and knowing that you've tried and tried again. Keep your head up, treat others with respect, give yourself time to reflect and notice all the flowers round the bend.
Yeah.
Great song. Great song.
Nice.
Heads up.
That was great.
Thanks.
I like that
was-
melody. Is so nice. Like
Uh,
it's like an old time country kind of like really sweet melody to that. That was nice.
Thanks. It was supposed to be rub your doggy's belly next, not your daughter's, but either way.
After that post-punk uke by Kenny, that was really soothing. You know, that was therapeutic.
Good.
Yeah. Sorry, Kenny.
Okay, this song is dated because pretty soon no one will know what mouth-to-mouth resuscitation is, since the Red Cross says now you don't have to do it, just do the compression just below the ribs to get someone resuscitated. But I wrote this before that, long before that, so there you go, mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. all, folks.
All right.
Rock and roll.
That brings
Margery,
back.
do you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bob.
No, please, you first, Fritjof.
No, I insist. You go.
Age before beauty, all that
Chip
jazz.
and Dale.
No, that brought back great memories of my first kiss during a mouth-to-mouth resuscitation training. 35.
I'm not sure if that
I
technically
fell in love
counts,
that day.
Bob.
You might have just Me Too'd yourself.
Hard up. That's hard up. I tell you.
No.
Margery, but I was just gonna ask if do you have an electric guitar?
My husband does. They're really heavy. Yeah.
I think I'd just be like curious to hear what that would sound like on an electric.
Yeah, because it's meant
that
for
would be-
rock. Yeah.
It might be kind of cool.
Yeah, because you'd have more sustain. Yeah. Maybe I'll try it
Anyway.
also on my heavy old steel. It's not an old. It's the old kind steel, but yeah, that's heavy
Like that lays flat, like those ones, or the big, like the cover of Dire Straits album, silver guitar, like that.
No, like a lap, only the action's lower.
Oh.
But I still try to play bar with it, like
That would be super interesting. That would be cool.
Yeah, it has more sustain. But yeah, I have not played. It's totally different sound to me, and it kind of, yeah. So.
Like that
But
part
yeah,
with the pull off
it's-
though, and that riff. I mean, that would be like just built for that. It would be really nice.
Oh yeah. It's really built for rock, for electrified. But
But it still sounded great though. Not to like diminish how it sounded tonight, but it just made me like think of that.
Yeah, you're right. I had kind of that in mind maybe someday.
The song itself, I thought, had a pretty good structure. You had a nice little catchy phrase, and you repeated it several times, so that really was the core of the chorus in the song. And then you had it was well structured, I thought.
Yeah, and most people still know what mouth-to-mouth resuscitation is, even when it's long gone as something out of the vernacular. It would.
The downside is that it's still gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, but think about poor Bob. He's never gonna get kissed again.
I know, really. It's been years now.
So, Bob, were you the
You don't know about my
resuscitator?
I have a collection, Fritjof.
Bob, which end of the resuscitation did you have? Were you the
Resusci or the?
I think I saw her years later in the show window of a Macy's or something like that. But
You bend down.
Steve, it seems to me you sang a song
Steve
similar to
song.
that too. Right? Domino, maybe.
Boy, that was a long time ago. I'm surprised. you remembered my catalog.
Just
Did you really
before
do
you
Me tooing me, man.
just before you apply the you say, "My kiss has been known to revive the dead," and then you lean in.
Ooh. Sounds like a George Romero movie.
Yes, my kiss will turn you into a zombie. Oh man!
All right. Well, that was fun. Thank you, Margery.
It was
Gene.
even more fun afterwards.
Yeah, and thank you for your patience, Margery, with the guys. It's like
Yeah, we're glad you're here. You provide a little balance.
we don't get too edgy or weird.
You don't? That's pretty weird. I don't know. But
All right, Gene, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. A little hot, but hanging in there. Want to do a little brief sound check before I take my headphones off. So. La, 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 la.
I'd say you're just a little bit hot.
Little hot.
I'm getting a little distortion.
All right, let's bring
I think that's better. Yeah,
All
you're
right.
right on the edge. Yeah.
Really, still on the edge. On my meter, it's hardly getting anywhere near it. All right, I'll try a little tiny bit lower, and then we'll see. If it's a little low, hey, people can turn it up. But if it's distorting, they can't get rid of it, even if they turn it down. So that's good to know. Okay, I'm taking the headphones off.
Yeah, that's fine.
You'll have to communicate with me through sign language from this point on. All right, here's a couple more from my album from last year called 20 Songs from 2020 by Ear. This is a real simple one, and I'm sure most of you fellas can relate to this. Maybe you too, Margery. We'll see. Sometimes a door is just a door. Sometimes a door is something more. Come on, baby, open yours and let me come inside. It's raining and it's getting cold. This wind and I are getting old. Don't hold me up on your threshold. Let me come inside. Let me come inside. I've done my time. Let me come inside. I'm through with crime. Let me come inside. Just wanna talk tonight. Come on, baby. Let me come inside. I cannot show you how I've changed, standing in the pouring rain. Don't let it all go down the drain. Let me come inside. You're thinking of another me, not the one I've come to be. In front of you, on bended knee, let me come inside. Let me come inside, my flag is white. Let me come inside, I didn't come to fight. Let me come inside, just wanna talk tonight. Come on, baby, let me come inside. Just one way to end this war. It's not just a metaphor. You have to open up this door and let me come inside. I have set aside my pride and all the tears that I have cried. I just want to talk tonight. Let me come inside. But this time around I'm bringing more than charm. Come on now, uncross your arms. I never meant to cause you any harm. Come on, baby, let me come inside just one more time. Let me come inside, I don't care who's right. Let me come inside, just wanna talk tonight. Come on, baby, let me come inside.
Real nice, man. Real nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good sound. Good sound.
Thank you, guys. Not too loud, huh?
Love that song. It's great. Nice chorus,
you.
nice rhythm, nice lyrics.
Thank you. Got a lot of insider rhymes there in that song. Let's see, what do we got here? All right, E flat, my favorite key. Well, next to C sharp. Okay, headphones coming off. Okay, this is a song that it's one of a long history of songs that people have written about the futility of trying to drink your problems away. But this one at least acknowledges that it's not all bad.
It's not all.
It's gone, you'll have to face it. I know it hurts, but it is true. All you've got is signs and traces of the world that you once knew. Drinking will buy you some time. Drinking will cost you some too. The things that you think you are leaving behind will always be following you. This bar was an oasis. Now it's just a desert too. You'll have to crawl to better places. It's just what you'll have to do. Drinking will buy you some time. Drinking will cost you some too. Meanwhile, your life will be passing you by. Your some days will have run out too soon. It's gone, you can't replace it. So find another way that's true. Or your past, you can't erase it. So set your sights on something new. Drinking will buy you some time. Drinking will cost you some too. And it will extend you a long line of credit, but one day that bill will come due. Drinking will buy you some time. Drinking will cost you some too. Meanwhile, your life will be passing you by. Your some days will run out too soon. Oh, thank you, guys.
Beautiful tunes.
Oh, thank you. Thanks very much. I really appreciate that. I've only got one more left from my 2020 project to share with you guys, and it's a repeat of the Beast, the Trippin' with Larry song that I had terrible sound with, but we're going to do that next time. Thanks, you guys, for listening. I gotta reset my setup here.
Well, thank you, Gene.
My pleasure.
Bill Dawson, welcome. How you been?
Dawson.
Hi, Bill. Can't hear you.
Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
I was muted.
Now you're too loud.
Yeah, got to change that. Okay, there. So sorry to be late to the party.
How you doing?
Much better. Last time I was just ready to join you guys, and we had an accident on the set, and I had to rush somebody to the hospital.
Oh wow!
So it's part of my job is to know where the hospital is, which I didn't know, but fortunately Siri does.
Where are you tonight?
Wow, wow.
Was it serious?
No, he just got clocked on the head with something that fell over.
And they just want to be sure.
Yeah, he had a mild concussion.
Right.
But then I was sitting in the hospital parking lot for like 2 hours with my ukulele, and I didn't have any Wi-Fi.
Oh, shit.
And of course.
I couldn't even join you guys. But I'm here now. We just got off work, and so I'm actually in my little apartment in Hollywood. And I thought I would just at least listen. I might have a song.
Are you on a laptop or an iPad?
This is a laptop.
Can you adjust your sound setting and maybe check your?
Is that a little better?
No.
Is that worse?
Yeah.
Much louder.
We're hearing it.
Well, it's
There.
Let me see. I really can't read without glasses.
Well, I think if you tried to play, it's going to be garbled.
All right. Well, usually I have to turn off the original sound.
You should turn on the original sound.
I know that's what everybody says, but in my case, it always goes the other way around.
All right.
Oh yeah. But also, do you have a?
How's that? Is that a little better? I adjusted the
There's a lot of
the output volume. I put that about half down.
But you're getting feedback. You get echo from all.
Getting feedback. Okay, let me come down to here. Testing 1, 2, 3.
You're good, but when we speak, there's echoes.
Yeah. So
when you speak,
Bill,
you're hearing echoes.
Yes.
What goes through your speaker then goes into your microphone and then comes back out in a loop.
Are you still getting it?
Check. Nope.
Sounds good now.
All right. How's my level?
Good.
That's good.
Actually, sounds pretty good.
Hey,
Level.
Bill.
Yeah.
Bill. Sitting in the parking lot with my ukulele and the no Wi-Fi blues. That would be a great song. Sitting there, shit.
I had a good time. I'm sorry I wasn't able to share it.
Yeah, exactly. Nowhere to share it. But, that would be a good angle on a song that even though you couldn't share it, it was still, you shared it with yourself and it was still real.
But, I have been watching your podcasts and I picked up a few tips here or there, and I've tried to incorporate some of them.
Oh, you mean my little songwriting tip things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you, man. I'm just getting ready to.
About incorporating the
introduction into the song.
Introduction in the song. Yeah. So you'll find that both of the songs, if I actually can pull off 2 songs today, incorporate the introduction in them, or at least
sweet.
They tell you what's going on.
For those of you who didn't see that video, it was just a suggestion. Like if your song needs a half an hour story, like put it in the song. Like say a couple of sentences to introduce it, or if you've got the absolute killer story like Arlo Guthrie or something. But it was just it was like don't need too much explanation for the song. Like that should be in the song if it's that important. That was all the tip was.
I completely disagree with that.
Tell us about it. It's just a suggestion.
We'll talk later.
Just a suggestion.
All right. Fritjof, how are you tonight?
I am good. Okay, let me get ready. Sorry, I was like not thinking that I was up. So I'm good. Let me just get this. And so let's see. This is what I'm going to play with the beat. And it could potentially be very disastrous because I really suck at playing piano.
I like to work without a net too.
This is the place to be disastrous.
Chances must be taken.
Absolutely. So I'm putting this one at 50-50, but I just thought it'd be interesting. Because I love this thing I just got, and the sound on it I love, and it just fascinates me. So I was like, I'll try to do this, thinking of it playing with this toy with the beat and trying to deliver the lyrics in a to get that meter and flow in with the beat and just practice on that, but have the sound be like if it was that Library of Congress guy recording someone in a hotel, Alan Lomax or whatever, who recorded all those dudes in the 30s. So I want it to sound like that.
What's the instrument?
It is a little Yamaha Porta sound. It's a Yamaha.
And all we can see is your head, so we don't see any of the instrument.
It's a Yamaha Porta sound.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's an old 80s.
Yeah, I had one of those years ago.
Is your ceiling really low? You look like you're about to hit your head on the ceiling. Oh, it slants. Oh, okay, all right. I thought you were in a dollhouse or something.
Kinda. But
all right.
It is a tiny. All right. So enough caveats. I'm going to try to do this. All right. I got this monkey and he's talking all day and night about the difference between wrong and right, like a serpent seducing my mind. So I keep that monkey in a little inside. I let him ride up on my back. Oh, I love to make him mine, but I know that anytime ain't no lie. Cause I played too much big black hole. Last time I lived mad, you know I sold my soul. I traded for a lump of coal. So you can dig me over, I will come on in. Please cover me with silence, all me of my sin, for I just may be reborn. Oh, here forever I may lie. I'm waiting on the coming of law. Good Lord, that ain't far. Free love is salvation. So my teeth is sin. I can't even know till the shades have been clean.
Here I come, in their home. When I knocked that coldly was like coming up love. Now I ain't gonna live in your zoo no more.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. I had a little trouble picking up all the lyrics, but I thought the groove and the beat and just the overall world of it was really very compelling. And I did hear I don't want to live in your zoo no more. Was that in there? This is sort of like a monkey's version of Maggie's Farm.
Can't compete, Bob.
No, just as a an accompaniment.
Okay, and then this one has a beat. Sometimes I feel like I could die, and sometimes I wish I had never been born. And then I look into your eyes, big bang out of your, and I feel like I have been reborn.
All right.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Killer groove.
Taking chances. I have one comment, Fritjof, is follow up on other folks' comments. Sometimes, like I'd really like to see almost subtitles underneath.
Yeah.
I'd really like to hear the lyrics. You could be the next Dylan. We don't know it though. We don't know it.
Well,
like I'm
it's
watching
interesting
this,
because for sure, like I obviously, of course I hear that all the time, like because it's true 100%. And so I think I'll just like put out lyric sheets with my stuff when I release it, and I'm cool with that. It's fine because I spend a lot of time actually on the lyrics, and they are important. But like in the song, it's like I still would want it. I would like to be able. I'd be like, oh, like I'm singing this in Italian or like French or Spanish or something, and have it still be like the same thing. Is
well,
what
the mood gets across for sure.
Yeah.
The mood, the overall world of it. But I think you do put care into your words, because when I do hear one, or when I hear a sentence that clicks for me in my ear, I mean, for all I don't know, I have a hard time with a lot of 90s music. I just can't understand all the I can't understand the lyrics, because the places where the spaces are different.
Well, I couldn't understand the lyrics in the 50s either.
Really?
Well, sometimes that's a good thing. It depends on who it is.
But I mean, if you wanted to maintain that vocal style, then yeah, absolutely, lyrics are a great idea. And if you do a produced musical video, like for YouTube or something, consider subtitles. It's not that hard to do. Anyone who knows their way around it, that would be very cool. Have you seen Bob Dylan's video for Joker Man? It's got.
I don't know.
It's the song Joker Man. It's some of his best lyrics, but they're fast and deep, and when they made the video, they built subtitles into it. Even though you can understand him, it's not during his phase where he's hard to hear. But turn off my fan. It's really cool to see the subtitles and the way they worked it into the video. It's worth it. Yeah, I would love to see that. That would be great. It would take the pressure off me to figure anything out, and I could just hear the musicality of your voice and then get the lyrics. And then maybe eventually I would go, oh, I got this decoded, and then I wouldn't have to look at the subtitles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have thought about subtitles and stuff, but then also I just like kind of as a choice, I like the idea of there just being like little snippets that come out. And like, because I like that, like Raymond Carver said, like, you can like just the one perfect detail or one snippet can actually like write a whole story, right?
Right. As a conscious choice, yes, as a conscious choice.
So then
it's
I like that.
Great.
Like, that it's random, like what you're going to hear within that. I don't know. To me, I hear every single word because, of course, I've said them 5 billion times at this point.
Right.
So my brain fills up space. But I like the idea of like that kind of deconstructionist idea of that, like the actual creation of artwork is when someone receives it and like how they receive that and how it goes to their perception.
So you're like presenting a crowd really conversation. Like a crowd conversation when a phrase will come through out of a crowd of people are talking, and then like something will come through suddenly, and you'll hear something you understand, and then it's kind of.
We're hearing the clues to the mystery.
The clues.
The mystery.
Hey,
possibly unlocked if you.
Do you know about are you a Cocteau Twins fan by any chance?
I remember them. I like them. They're really lush.
All their lyrics are made up gibberish. There's
which is great. But also,
it sounds just like something important is being said, but they just made up the syllables.
For sure. Well, like you should hear some of the like French rap stuff that is out is like amazing. It's great. I love it. I don't know what they're saying. And like Japanese noise punk bands and like Italian opera, flamenco with Spanish. I love all that stuff.
I'm into K-pop.
The French rap that I've heard has been hilarious. The French rap that I've heard is like
good,
just
like actually really like high level, like for real.
But anyway. watching a white guy strut around on the stage going way. I'm serious. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And they use the same rhythms and the same phrasing and the same exact stuff. Same beats as you just substitute French for it or Japanese. Just I don't know. Come up with your own.
Well, those might not be the right people to watch. It depends.
Probably.
On,
the stuff I've heard just sounds exactly like mainstream rap music with the other language put in there, and then trying to cop that attitude.
If you lived in Japan or France and were watching YouTube videos of people being like, "I represent American music," that's like a real smorgasbord of like You know, it could be total shit or really great. Like, who knows? You know, it could be some dude who
Get
sucks
anything.
who's sitting in his
Yeah.
basement, or like a really great thing. You never know.
Yeah.
There are people in France who are going to be watching this. So
Fuck 'em.
really,
Fuck it.
All right.
Fuck you, France.
a great
This is
show
the
on
official
Netflix.
SOSA position. Up yours, France.
The opinions expressed here
Just
this
kidding.
evening are not representative of any members of the Southern Oregon Songwriters Association.
Just messing. Just messing.
I can hardly hear lyrics to opera even when it's sung in English.
Right.
I prefer the tone.
It's too much consonant. There's not enough consonants. That's the main. It's all vowels. Yeah. That's why you need a
Thing, like, then
subtitle.
you get the libretto and you read it.
Yeah.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
And you're good.
Same with Elvis. Yeah, Elvis could sing any song with no consonants.
I attended.
Yeah, but you get around to the German, and it's all consonants.
Yeah.
Octoliva.
Just land over. Yeah, he just.
Beer here, beer here. Oh, there is Falun, Falun.
All right. Well, thanks. Thanks so much, Fritjof.
Yeah.
Always like your contributions.
You did.
Gus, how are you tonight?
I'm Mr. Happy on a Friday night, you know.
All right.
Been
Great
working
for that.
on Saturday, so I'm trying to get ready for the first performance in a long time. It's like, wow, you know, geez. It's been a while. It's going to be hot, you know. Who cares?
Well, fortunately, we don't have the hot part of the day, but it's still going to be hot.
Yeah, it'll just be getting warmer as we go along, but it should be fine.
Yeah.
Should
Sorry.
be, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Cheap thrills. That's what I call it. Cheap thrills. So I'm going to do a couple of well, I'm going to do one tune that I just decided just now to do. No, what the hell. A couple of tunes that I've played for one time only here in the last couple of months at our open mics. I'm going to do tomorrow, and so I've been playing them quite a bit. I thought I'd go ahead and do them here one more time, just to get them out of my system, and hopefully by tomorrow I'll have everything together, and you know, life will be beautiful and the sun will be shining. Bob Crowley came over the other day, and he's going to be playing with me tomorrow, and we had a good time going over these tunes, and I enjoyed thinking back about the last 6 months or so, and what we've been doing in songwriting, and I know I've been much more prolific than I was previous, and I find I'm very much motivated right now to keep on writing songs. So that's a good thing, and the performances kind of take away from the amount of time you have to just work on songwriting. You know, working up a tune and getting it ready for performance and going over it the 200 or 300 times that you're going to do this to hone it in. Really take away from the time that you have to do songwriting. It's kind of like it's hard to get a balance unless you're doing singer/songwriter 24/7. And so anyway, it's been interesting to spend the last 10 days or so just focusing on performance. Does that sound okay? Can you hear my piano?
Play it
Yeah,
again.
can you sing and play together for a sec?
Oh, I tried singing and playing together, but I just couldn't do it. It was too hard for me.
I think your piano volume could come up a little bit. A little bit more.
A little bit more. Okay, you got it, Steve.
How's that? How's that?
You could still use a little bit more piano. If you're at a 3, you could turn it up to 4.
right, so let me pull this guy just right there. That should have done something.
That's still pretty low.
Really? Pretty low, huh? What do you
I wouldn't say terribly low. I mean, I can hear it
I'm good.
clearly.
Well, just go to too loud, Gus, and then we'll bring it back, okay?
I got it.
Different life philosophies at play here.
Go to the limit.
Yeah, blow up a speaker, then we'll talk.
Dad, is it any better for the piano?
Gene, turn your fan off or
Oh,
mute. There
sorry.
you
I
go.
thought I was muted.
Try it again, Gus. Can't hear the piano at all now.
Really?
I think maybe you're going the other direction of what you think. Is your tablet upside down?
That mean?
We have gremlins. We have gremlins in the system.
Yeah, give me the days when there were just two knobs on the radio.
Yeah, really. No kidding. Damn knobs. That's why I like doing just one microphone. Now we're talking a little bit.
Yeah.
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 There you
That's
go.
better.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, fine.
It's almost like it had a limiter on it before it. Now it's good.
I don't know. So this I wrote after your workshop, Gene. I put this guy together. Actually, I think I was fooling around with the lyrics during the thing. This is called Your Lies Are Tearing Us Apart. I got the this. I had envisioned this being done by the Statue of Liberty. Your lies are tearing us apart. I don't know where they stop. I don't know why they start. Don't think you care about my bleeding heart. Your lies are tearing us apart. You've been lying so long, you poison your soul. Facts don't matter when you're on a roll. Taking everything from everyone, your only goal. Your lies are tearing us apart. I don't know why I can't get over you. Send you back to your castle of hate. Have I been amongst you so long, you poison me the same? Your lies are tearing us apart. Don't know when they start, don't know why they stop. Don't think you care about my bleeding heart. Your lies are tearing us apart. It's never your fault, you have to be right. Always a new crisis, always a new fight. You say it's up to you. You're free to do whatever you want to. A never-ending saga, and none of it true. Your lies are tearing us apart. Everyone is a victim who enters your life, caught in your deadly web of deceit and strife. Your charm is a poison, your words a sharp knife. Your lies are tearing us apart. I carried a torch for you that snuffed now out. Every memory dark and fading in suspicion and doubt. The money and fame was all you were ever about. Your lies are tearing us apart. Tearing us apart. Tearing us apart. Tearing us apart.
Oh, wonderful. Love it.
Get that out of my system.
Yeah.
And
Sounded great, got it.
I'm also going to do this tune here that is kind of simple. Simple because, like Bob Crowley mentioned to me, you know, there's a lot of us boomers out there, and we kind of rule right now, which is maybe means it's all our fault. I'm not quite sure. All across the U.S. after World War II, the soldier boy came home and they knew just what to do. They did the baby boomer boogie. They did the baby boomer boogie. Yeah, they did the baby boomer boogie, and the boomer generation was born. They boogied in the kitchen and they boogied on the floor. They boogied at the ocean and they boogied on the shore. They boogied in the barn and they boogied in the hay. They boogied all the way across the USA. They did the baby boomer boogie, and the boomer generation was born. Ba-ba-ba baby boomer boogie. Ba-ba-ba baby boomer boogie. Ba-ba-ba baby boomer boogie. Ba-ba-ba baby boomer boogie. They did the baby boomer boogie, and the boomer generation was born. In about a year, the kitty started to arrive, filling up the schools by the time they were 5. Then they changed the boogie into rock. Then everybody's rocking round the clock. They did the baby boomer boogie. They did the baby boomer boogie. They did the baby boomer boogie, and the boomer generation was born. They boogied in the city at the cherry show. They boogied at the radio to the radio. They boogied like tomorrow might never come their way. They boogied all the way across the USA. They did the baby boomer boogie. They did the baby boomer boogie. They did the baby boomer boogie, and the boomer generation was born. Ba-ba-ba baby boomer boogie. Ba-ba-ba baby boomer boogie. Ba-ba-ba baby boomer boogie. Ba-ba-ba baby boomer boogie. They did the baby boomer boogie, and the boomer generation was born. They did the baby boomer boogie, and the boomer generation was born. They did the baby boomer boogie, and the boomer generation was born.
Love that one.
Yeah, I did too.
That's a great boogie, man. That is a good one.
I have fun with that, so you know that's a show closer. I hope.
That's good. That was good.
Yeah.
Jumping
Yeah.
back,
That
I'd
was.
love to see.
Wait till you hear Bob solo on that sucker. Eh?
No, I know. Gus, are you sure you don't want me to bring? I'm going to bring the accordion. Gus doesn't know that yet. No, I'm only kidding. No.
Do the
The,
baby boomer polka. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'd love to hear Fritjof do a cover version of that Lies song, though. Really, cover version of the Lies song. I think in France it would be a smash, man. It would kill. You know? Really.
I'm definitely going to dust off my lie song.
Yeah.
That would be cool. You know what would be kind of fun one time to do would be like to have one of these open mics where everybody plays someone else's song.
Oh, nice idea.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
idea. Yeah. Yeah.
We used to do that. We had cover nights.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Really? That's a good idea.
Other songs.
Yeah, we'd cover each other's songs.
Oh, great. That's a great.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get into that.
It takes a little planning, and you need to get about a month ahead of it.
Oh yeah.
And but it's very worthwhile. We could take and the real thing about it is you have to have something that you can link to demonstrate the song, and then
yeah. I have videos and charts for just about everything that I do. So
yeah, so I think
we could
maybe we could throw a couple of songs into the kitty, and either draw from that or have a random selection out of it, or structured drawing of some sort. Or maybe
we could if
say, hey, I'll cover one of yours if you'll cover one.
I like it. Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Hey, do like a Secret Santa. It's like each person.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Well, if SOSA had like a SoundCloud account or something like that, then people could like send a song to whoever's the administrator of that, and then that could be put like in a pool, and then you could like put tabs or whatever if you want with it in the attached to it or with the description, and then
we can have a contest to see who wrote the song.
We can have a contest to see how complicated we could make it. Why not just shit, man? Just post a YouTube video and send it to the other guy. Well, keep me posted. Maybe I'm not much of a musician, so some of your guys' songs are too hard for me to learn. So
You've got a capo, and you're not afraid to use it.
No, but if it's got more than 4 chords, I'm lost. I can't do these. Kenny's got all those diminished chords and stuff in there. I don't know if I can do those.
All right.
Yeah, but you could always change it also.
It's true. I could do a spoken word version.
Steve's getting ready there.
All right, Steve's ready.
I'm sorry we don't have time for you tonight, but we'll get you on the next one, okay?
That suits me fine. I'm not very prepared today. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight or tomorrow. I'm kind of just winging it.
Oh, wow.
So,
Whoa.
Before I get started, I am not going to be available on the 4th Friday next month, July. So, would someone else like to at least be the host? I think that's on July 23rd or so. 23rd, I believe. So give it some thought.
I would love to step up, but my schedule is not my own. I'm at the mercy of these producers over down the street here.
I nominate Gus. I can't do it because there's a imminent death in the family, unfortunately. So, yeah.
A death in the family 4 weeks from now?
Yeah, possible. Yeah.
Planning on it.
No,
we have the right to die in this state.
Yeah,
someone
no,
in the family has cancer.
I'm going to go next Tuesday. God damn it.
Well, I just didn't know.
Anyway, I need somebody to fill in, so
Hey,
I'll get somebody.
I'll do it but I'd prefer to have somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's involved in doing that. Do you have to have any?
You'd be
have
fine.
To have a license from the FCC.
But you have to call it. You have to send the meeting link out and all that, and start it and all that. I don't know anything about
just
that.
like you did just now. You just use a different account to log in. And,
all right. Well,
I'll email you the stuff if you'd like to try it.
Well, put me down as a tentative yes. I can probably pull that off. I'll let you know for sure within a week or so.
Yeah, it's not rocket surgery.
Yeah, if I'm gonna definitely be here, it should be good. It should work. Yeah, all right. If it's not rocket surgery, then I'm no Albert Shakespeare, so I can figure it out.
You can deny them admission,
We'll start with the ritual gifts to the guest host.
So you're learning a new skill by doing this.
All right. Yeah, I'll do it.
Have to be a gracious host and welcome people into your home.
Fuck that. I'm gonna be the rudest host. I'm gonna be one of the rudest hosts you've had yet. All right, let's see what this loser has to say.
Ding.
Yeah, I have a gong. I'll have a gong.
Only 2 songs.
All right, I'll just cut people off. That counts as one. We go on to the next one. I'm just kidding. I'll be fabulous. I've hosted things since I was born. Margery, just your head is on the screen. Just barely you. Oh, you want it that way? Okay, all right. You're naked under there. All right. I understand.
No, I'm not.
All right, so I'll just do a couple songs. I've been reaching into my history, I guess, and pulling out some ones that I wrote years ago and don't really perform that often. Maybe I'll try to rewrite some of these things, or maybe I'll turn them over as the project for one of you. This has 5 chords. Face is familiar, do I know who you are? The music has changed when you play guitar. It's been so long and I don't remember when. I never thought I'd see you here again. Your hair is different, but your eyes look the same. And I see you've put some extra weight on your frame. The face is familiar, I know you know me too. The answer to the question, you were me and I am you. The face is familiar, the face is familiar, the face is familiar, do I know who you are? The face is familiar, the face is familiar, the face is familiar, won't you play your guitar? I know it's been a long time since the last day that we've met. You've searched for truth and happiness, but you haven't found it yet. And as we all grow older, our minds don't stay the same, but the child within still sings along and plays silly games. The face is familiar, the face is familiar, the face is familiar, so don't you forget. The face is familiar, the face is familiar, the face is familiar, there's no time for regret. So travel on down the road, steer clear of worthless strife. Be always true and thankful for the good things in this life. And if we chance to meet again before our time is through, I hope that you remember me and I remember you. Whoa, the face is familiar, the face is familiar, the face is familiar, will I know who you are? The face is familiar, the face is familiar, the face is familiar, let me hear that guitar. There we go. Oldies.
Hey.
Man.
Steve, okay, I like you and Margery need to form an electric rock band. Like, so that would be so cool.
One of the lines in that song, every time I sing it, I think, gee, I remember that moment. The answer to the question, you were me and I am you. I used to buy my gas at the Eldon Dinius gas station in Nyssa, Oregon, when I lived over in Eastern Oregon. And Eldon Dinius would come out, big round guy, and he'd been in the Navy or something, and he'd pump my gas, and he had this big tattoo. It was you were me and I am you, tattooed on his arm. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. So I threw it in this song. Okay, so, boy, one I haven't done in a long time, and I really don't like this song, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. I'm not going to do it tomorrow, but Bob Crowley mentioned it. And, yeah, I really don't like this song at all, but I'm going to do it. I saw her in Victoria's Secret's window. She looked to be a girl I'd like to know. Her name was Dominican. She was a pretty mannequin. Her friends all called her Domino. Every day I'd see her at her window. She always had pretty clothes to wear. I decided to ask her to a movie, but she was quiet and pretended not to care. Domino, I love you. Domino, it's true. Domino, you're my kind of girl. I'd like to spend some time with you. Yesterday I saw her in her window. She was with a man in a compromising pose. I was choking back my tears as this confirmed my fears. Our love had died just like a withered rose. It was then I figured I was unwanted. I told her I would not see her again. But the memory of Domino, I'm still haunted. Is this what I deserve for loving a mannequin? Domino, I love you. Domino, it's true. Domino, you're my kind of girl. I'd like to spend some time with you. I'd like to spend some time with you. Yes, I'd like to spend some time with you. Domino.
On this incel website that I chat room that I go to sometimes, that's like the best song. That's number one.
That is.
I can see it. And speaking of exactly that, Bob, that whole sentence you said, that it sort of explains the nature of the special relationship that you and Steve have there.
Well, we recently found out that we're actually on Ancestry.com told us that we're third cousins, right? Our great grandmother came from Senegal.
All right, that means you can get married.
Probably related to the DuPont family. They came up with the plastic stuff.
If Bob would shave, you couldn't tell us apart.
I want that T-shirt, Steve.
And Steve, also, I'm super curious. It's not related to music, but are you like running like a sports book out of your home or something, or but like what? Is that?
Running a what?
Like you have a tote board back there, like you're running a numbers game with basketball scores and shit behind you.
This is a whole front.
That's what it looks like. It looks like a dry wet board or something with lots of writing on it.
Yeah, I'm a bookie.
Like
what is that? What's right behind you?
It's a Venetian blind.
When was the last time you cleaned it? Oh, I see what it is. It's got a curtain in front of it.
Yeah.
It's a curtain in front of it. It looks like writing from here because it's intermittent and not regular due to the curtain. Ah.
I live in a normal household.
Seabiscuit in the third. $20 on Seabiscuit.
Like, can you take like $20 on the hot back in the second half? Yeah.
But you were the one who fell in love with the Red Cross mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't me. That was Steve.
That was Steve. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No.
The song sounded related to that.
Right.
Like maybe the mannequin was cousins.
He resuscitated her. She got a job in the Victoria's Secret.
I've got another cool song too, but I didn't write it. It's anyway, about a gal that got hit by a car and they ran her to the hospital and they had to cut off her head, so she got a job as a mannequin. It was a pretty cool song.
Sense a theme.
Yeah.
There's a theme here.
Gotta finish that song.
Sounds like a Netflix series to me.
I'd like to see Fritjof cover that.
Can we talk about your mother?
Yeah, like Floyd the Barber.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. So who's next? Is it Bob?
Oh my God! Wow. You know, I have a special request before I do my 20-minute introduction.
You need to watch.
Can everybody mute except for Kenny? Please.
Muted.
Need a moment with Kenny. Kenny? Kenny's muted. Kenny.
You know, when we're muted, we can still hear you.
Oh. Oh no, Kenny's turn.
But no one can hear you scream.
You know what? He can take any kind of joke I can throw out. I just wanted to ask permission because Gus, somebody can you hear me okay? It's not too loud. I'm going to play my instrument in a minute, but I have a new instrument. It just came in a couple of days ago. I haven't played one in a long time, but I'm going to give it a whip. I'm just going to play one song. I had two in mind, but this one I got this came in just today. It's a Kenny Maloney issue ukulele here. You know, it's got Kenny's name written on the bottom here. I bought this for $4,000. I feel really fortunate in getting it. I bought it from a guy on PayPal and eBay called Jed Bartow, right? You know, he had a confidence rating of like 67% or something like that. So I thought it was it's a real privilege to play this uke here, Kenny. I just wanted you to know that. Okay, thank you, man. And since we're going to Jacksonville tomorrow, can you hear the uke? And can you hear my voice?
Very nice mix.
My name is Emmett Murphy. I'm a good a man as you. They run me out of Boston town in 1852. I kissed me ma, hopped a ship, and sailed around the Horn, headed for the treasures to be found in Oregon. Well, I jumped ship in Bodega Bay and headed north real fast. I stole a horse in Redding and crossed over the Siskiyou Pass. When I spied the vast road valley, I shed some mighty tears. 'Twas Kelly Green as County Cork, I'll seek my fortune here. And I'm going down to Jacksonville, gonna have myself a time. Dance with all the lassies and drink my fill of wine. And if it suits my fancy, I'll do a little dancey. I'll jump around real antsy and party like a banshee. Well, I wandered through the Applegate, a poor boy with a pan, but I failed to find the fortune hidden deep within the land. I worked each river, large and small, and found wee bits of ore, enough to fund me monthly trips to the town I still adore. And I'm going down to Jacksonville, gonna have myself a time. I dance with all the lassies and drink my fill of wine. And if I'm feeling perky, I'll stuff my craw with jerky. I'll jump around real quirky and dance just like a turkey. Now I am an old man, and a joyous life it's been. My barbering skills are celebrated throughout southern Oregon. I married a fine dancing lass, she is my Irish rose. And every month we come to town and sport our dancing clothes. And we go down into Jacksonville and have ourselves a time. Dance with all the young folks and drink our fill of wine. And if I'm feeling frisky, I'll drink a little whiskey. And every full moony, I'll play a loony toony. Just like this. Yo ho! That's it. That's all I got on.
That was great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good, Bob.
It is what it is.
I like it a lot. That's very cool.
Trying to get an Irish trilogy together. Only, You know, I've had this problem since I set my junior high school record of most. What's that word when you come in late? You're late for
Tardy.
school. Tardies. Yeah,
tardy.
I had so many detentions, you know, in high school, and but I was really tardy putting this song together. But I'll play the first couple lines because I just tried to put it together this afternoon, couldn't do it. Hold on. I fled my home in Derry with the bobbies on my trail. No desire to see the inside of a British jail. I dashed down an alley, hopped a fence to Housing Row, held me ma in my arms and told her I had to go. Oh mama, mama, don't you worry, your rebel son will be okay. And free at last on the shores of America. So that's going to be a prequel to the song about Jacksonville. Thank you very much.
All right.
That was cool.
A prequel.
Nice. So you'll do that one before the one that you did just prior to this.
I have no idea, you know.
Oh. Or but
I'm kinda
chronologically in the Storyville of it.
Yeah. I decided to give up goals, you know. It's like
okay. But in the narrative structure, it goes before.
Yeah, I just want to hang around
Those
for a
are
while.
nice.
That's all, you know.
That's
Thank
a good
you, Bob.
sound for you, Bob.
Yeah, it's fun having a uke again. It's I haven't played one in a while, and I've always been challenged by the strings, you know, completely challenged. So
it's difficult to lose two strings, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, the uke makes it possible. You know, like yeah.
It's a super interesting instrument, and you can also like kind of fuck around with the tunings in an interesting way on ukuleles. Also,
right? You can tune it. You can tune it like a tenor guitar.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tenor uke today with a low G string. So that's
all right. Low G. Yeah, I was looking at that today. I didn't dare do it though. But anyway, moving along. Thank you very much for the support.
Yeah. Well, did you guys like from being teaching little kids for a long time? Do you guys know like who Ella Jenkins is?
No.
Ella Jenkins. Oh man, she's like the greatest kid songwriter ever. But she played a ukulele, and her songs were just like great and fun and really good to like play for children. But also, she was like a ripping ukulele player. And the sound was so nice. It was so good. I just like love that instrument. It's so nice.
There are some really cooking ukulele players to
yeah.
I mean, everybody knows
she
about
was playing like, hey, we're gonna milk the cow, la-di-do, or whatever, and like, but her playing was just like boom, like so good.
Hyman A. Garton is another exceptional player.
Yeah, and some of those Hawaiian dudes, obviously, like stuff was like pretty beautiful, nice. They're those
they shred.
Yeah.
So Bill, are you gonna shred for us?
Yeah, and
sure.
Bill Dawson, Kenny Maloney.
Yeah. I've got instruments hanging on the walls behind me. I've been playing this tenor ukulele in my van as I drive around doing my stupid job that I have to do for another couple of years. And I put a low G string on it, and it really does sound a little bit more like a guitar. So this is a song that I actually started writing. Didn't write it. I started writing it 50 years ago today. I looked on the calendar, and it was 50 years ago. My buddy and I decided it would be a good idea to hitchhike from Sacramento to Reno. It wasn't. But just the same, we did it. While we were in Sacramento, we visited his uncle, and he gave me this little idea that took me 50 years to finish. And the idea was the infernal combustion engine. This is the song. The race in life is full of strife. I'm sick of my V8. My piston shot's gone to pot. Timing's kinda late. I swore that I'd never race again. That infernal combustion engine. You know, the girls at the track get on my back. Gives them a scare every time they see yours truly in intensive care. The steeplechase, figure 8, Ontario Speedway. Daytona stock, my life's in hock. I've raced about every way, but I swore that I'd never race again. Give up a life of heartbreak and sin. I swore that I'd never race that engine again. That infernal combustion engine. I was driving number 45 when my wheels began to slide. As my car went through that bar, I knew this was my last ride. Before my eyes, I realized my life was on display. The devil would exact his due. Along come Judgment Day. I swore that I'd never race again. Give up a life of heartbreak and sin. I swore that I'd never race that engine again. That infernal combustion engine. The race in life is full of strife. I'm sick of my V8. Piston shot, gone to pot. Timing's kinda late. Windows cracked, tires flat, paint's begun to peel. Mufflers dragging on the ground, loose nut behind the wheel. I swore that I'd never race again. Give up a life of heartbreak and sin. I swore that I'd never race that engine again. That infernal combustion engine. That infernal combustion engine.
Never swear.
Nice.
you won't
Wow,
race again.
great.
Never.
That sounded nice with that G on there. Actually, this, you
Yeah,
know,
Lord, you did
Yeah.
that sound good.
that sounded pretty good.
I think it needs some work, though.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
think you got to continue it. You know, you can't call it finished. You know, after 50 years. Come on, man. All right, go for
51's the charm.
Yeah, right.
It never ends. I mean,
All right, well, you know, I've been digging into my old catalog and stuff that I had never finished. And I decided, you know, there's a lot of, I'm working on a lot of new stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I've decided that I need to finish some of the old stuff.
Yeah.
And so this one's only 30 years old. Well, 29. I wrote it on my honeymoon. And it takes place, as I pointed out earlier, Gene had a video about putting your introduction into the song. I'm not real good at that, obviously, because I'm talking on and on and on. But this one will tell you where it came from. Oh, just a minute. I can't wear a ring when I'm playing guitar. It trips my fingers. I jumped aboard a jet airplane and flew down to Cancun. Took a taxi cab to my hotel, checked into a room, pulled back the curtains, stared up at the moon. Spanish moon. I have come here to escape the city. life ain't pretty. I may never go back. Climbed aboard a cross-town bus and slowed down, went down to Cancun. Sorry, I climbed aboard a cross-town bus and headed to Tulum. Scram crystal fountains and walked around the ruins. Waited for the sun to set and stared up at the moon. Oh, Spanish moon. I have come here to escape the city. I have come here to relax. I've come 'cause sometimes life ain't pretty. I may never go back. Sometimes life ain't pretty. I may never go back. I headed through the jungle to the heart of Yucatan. Climbed up the pyramids where I met a man. Told me of ancient mysteries hidden in a tomb. Sometimes life ain't pretty. I may never go back. I climbed aboard a jet airplane, leaving way too soon. Took a taxi to my house and stepped into my room. Remembered mysteries written on the tomb.
Yeah.
Good.
I went to a friend's
You're not
birthday
turn your
party.
mic on if you want us to hear you. You're gesticulating wildly, but we can't hear what you're saying.
I went to a friend's birthday party and I got the present. He gave me this guitar.
Whoa.
Oh,
Nice.
wait.
Nice.
He
What
gave,
Whoa.
What is it?
he doesn't play a guitar. It's a Yamaha. And he doesn't play
Nice.
guitar. He plays a flute. And so he said, "Hey, Bill, you play guitar. Why don't you put new strings on this and take it home?"
Damn, that's nice.
Nice. Yeah, really.
How old is it?
Present.
Is it an older one?
I don't know, but it plays really nice with super
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Very nice.
Go, Bob, I'm so curious what you were saying when you were muted. What was going on?
No, I was saying
You're
I
signing for the deaf.
yeah, really, yeah. Yeah, really. Yeah, but no, I can relate to that song on so many levels because I love songs about geography and other countries and I just got back from 10 days in Ventura County in LA and man, I'm so glad to be back up here. It's like it's so crazy down in the city.
I wrote that song on my honeymoon. We went to Playa del Carmen. A friend of mine gave us views of his cabana. And we spent a week down there.
I didn't hear that. Where'd you go?
To Playa del Carmen. It's near Cancun.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice.
While we were there, we went to Chichen Itza, which is in the middle of the Yucatan Peninsula, and we climbed the pyramids there. they don't allow you to do that anymore. But at the time, they still
Wow.
allow you to do it.
Wow.
Wow.
To clap your hands and hear the bird and the snake.
You know, the most amazing thing is there's like 2 pyramids, and they're like a mile apart, but you can stand on the top of each one and talk to each other just with normal speaking voices and hear it.
Whoa.
They had this amazing, probably from outer space technology when they built these things.
And most likely.
I'm pretty
Most likely.
a spaceman.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I'd do if I went to another planet. I'd make them build huge stone pyramids.
Sacrificial purpose.
Bill, I was curious though, because of like just the way that song sounded. Like, what was your like context at that time 30 years ago? Were you like in a band, or like what kind of music were you playing? Was it like, were you just like now but 30 years younger, but you were still on your acoustic guitar, or like what?
Yeah, kind of. The only instrument I played 30 years ago was a guitar. I didn't play it very well. When I graduated from high school 50 years ago, I got in my car the day after. I got into my car and I drove north, and I never went back, ever. I don't care that I have acquaintances that are no longer friends in Southern California. You know, I'm in Southern California right now. I don't ever see them. I don't talk to them. I just cut ties. I got in my car. I drove north.
Wow.
And anyway, I bought a guitar at a swap meet on my way out of town. I got into traffic and I went to a swap meet and I bought a guitar, and I sat on the beach. I literally sat on the beach because the ocean doesn't bitch at you for being out of tune. I sat on the beach and smoked a lot of dope and taught myself how to play guitar.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, that's cool. That's
Good way
great.
to spend some
It's
time.
ironic. Like, one of the first guitars that I like actually bought at a store was a Yamaha acoustic, probably like within walking distance of where you are right now.
I like the Yamaha. My favorite is a Washburn. That's what I really grew up on. It's the first thing I bought, and then I bought another. And currently, I have a David Santos guitar.
No, that one is the sweet one. That guitar is so nice.
He just passed away last year, but he made guitars for David Bromberg and Paul McCartney and a whole lot of, and this is a custom made David Santos guitar.
Yeah, that guitar is on like another level. Like, the sound on that is like gorgeous.
I had a beautiful Washburn, and it got stolen at a party that I had at my house.
Oh, man.
Next door neighbor came up to me a few days later, and he said, "Man, you can't live without a guitar. I know you. I don't play this. Here, it's yours. And whenever you can pay me, whatever you can pay me, do it." And so, like, it took me a month, but I finally gave him like $500, which is like a tenth of what this thing is worth.
No, that's like a deal for sure.
But he was happy and I was happy, and yeah, this one is definitely the reason I played that one was just because my friend gave it to me. I would have done a better job if I was.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
This one has banjo tuners on the back. It's really cool.
I bet it records really nicely. Also, it's like right there in the perfect.
It does it. It has a pickup built in to the.
Oh, really?
Right here, and when I used to play in bars, restaurants, I would plug into here, and then I would also put a DeMarkley tuner in the hole for the ones that slip in the strings, and phase shifted out just a little bit, so it sounded like it was two guitars.
Oh,
I mean, which is
like
it's different than the 12-string. It sounds more like two guitars.
No, yeah, I bet that sounded interesting. That would also sound amazing, like if you had like a hypercardioid condenser mic. It was like just super focused, and just mic'd it up right, like a little bit off the hole, like towards the up towards the deck a little bit, like that spot. It would.
Yeah, I've been
sound.
I've been mic'd like that in the studio before. I know a friend that owns one of the top recording studios in the Bay Area, and he lets me use it for free. I haven't done it for a while. But, so the last time I was in his studio, in the studio next door, because it's like studio has like 6 studios. The studio next door, oh God, Graham Nash and
Crosby?
no, it was actually it wasn't Graham Nash. It was Crosby. It was Buffalo Springfield was rehearsing next door to where I was recording.
Wow, cool.
And I mean, it's that quality of a studio. They were doing.
There's some good ones down there. It was interesting. Like in the 80s and the 90s, there was like a lot of studios that had been. They were just like amazing, great studios, but it had like they were old, and you could like go in there and it wasn't like super cheap, but like relatively cheap for like $200 an hour.
Oh.
You could like go in to like the, like amazing quality studios down there.
Right down the street from Tower Records right now.
Oh, I know where that is.
The Capitol, the round Capitol Records building. I'm right down the street. Every recording studio in Hollywood is right here where I am, and I'm wasting my time driving a truck for.
But that it's cool you can do that stuff on your own now too. But I used to work on La Brea and Sunset, and right next door is A&M Studios, which is like a studio, like right. It's like amazing. All those people would come into there all the time, and like because especially we used to have records. And so they would come in during recording sessions to get like vinyl to go put in there. But that studio was amazing. And they had a 57 Chevy that like was wired so that like when to mix, you could sit in the car and listen to it in a car stereo.
I was in there 20 years ago. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. It's cool. Anyway, howdy do.
LA's a challenging place, but I remember down the road from you, where you are now, Bill, running a travel bookstore over a leather bar in that neck of I lasted 3 months. It's like it's a long story. It's like.
Do you guys know?
Bob has the best and like greatest like doing. Like
that's enough. No more details,
doing
please.
The right thing and doing good work in LA. Like what you did there is amazing.
I can be a big name dropper.
Yeah.
You guys know? You're familiar with
good work there. Like he did good work there. Bob did.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you guys know? Richard Thompson, the singer songwriter. Yeah. I saw him live in Seattle one time, and he was just him and great upright bass player Danny Thompson, the two of them, just unbelievable show. But the first thing he said was, "Just got back from LA, dreadful place." Dreadful. I like that expression. It's like,
you just have to grow up there. Though I gotta say, like it was a pretty fun place to grow up. But like when I go back, it's insane. I'm like, I don't even know how I could have lived.
It's kind of nuts. Yeah, if you're, there's some places that are like, oh yeah, I went to Santa Monica. I love LA, and it's like, yeah, that's like one little part.
It is a great place. It's a unique place.
Like teenager, yeah, and like a young kid in a band, like it's the best place to be. But then,
oh yeah,
like
we have to remember
human being, it sucks.
We do have to remember the confidentiality agreements that we have with each other on this show, though. Really, I mean, we're talking about men and their, obsession with mannequins and people.
Hey man, don't mannequin shame anybody.
Here, it's like, people that put the verb to come in about 80 times in one song.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Never had sexual relationships with that.
Depends on what is.
Too late, actually, is what we're saying. It's on the internet. It's going to live forever.
Have you guys, you LA folks, have you ever been to the Museum of Jurassic Technology?
No, but I've been by it.
It's an amazing place. It's worth a look. It's an old school analog, eccentric museum
It's
that
great.
I believe is 100% fictional. Like every
Yeah,
single
it
thing
is.
in there is fake, but it doesn't look fake. It looks real as hell, and it's really interesting and fascinating. We got to go there 20 years ago, and it was. I mean, we call the place, and my brother calls them, and he's like, "Well, we're closed today, but are your friends from out of town?" And we go, "Yeah." I go, "Well, I'll open up and let you look around." So we come down, and he lets us in, and there's hammering going on in the background and stuff. I don't know if that was fake too. I don't know if anything. I don't know what the hell was real in there, but all these exhibits about some guy who studied these bats that are supposed to be able to fly through walls and shit, and they set up lead walls in the jungle to try to trap this bat because it had a way of splitting the sonar or something and going between holes in space and all this. And the next day, the last day the guy had to leave, they found this bat half embedded in the lead wall. And I mean, like, it's really fascinating.
LA,
Fascinating,
yeah, we've all been there.
And this guy never breaks character. He never breaks character ever. Even in his family, in his life, he doesn't break character. The whole thing is made up, but he doesn't break character. It's very strange.
Wow.
You know what? That Independence Day little jam, I'd love to sponsor. You know, here's a phone number here. If anybody wants to take this down.